Those who know us know about the fact that we are going through a bankruptcy. We are living through one, and know that I wrote a book about it, Fall Like a Rose Petal. A friend recently asked me, "You must be going through enormous pain. How is it that you don't appear to be suffering?" Now, that's a very, very profound question, but it has a very simple answer. Yes, it is extremely painful to live without money. When you can't necessarily pay all your bills, you can't necessarily get all that you sometimes need, and you can't repay your debt, then you're carrying a lot of burden on you, and any weight, any burden is painful. But there are two options to live life. Either we learn from our pain and learn to move on, or we get bogged down by it, burdened by it, and drowned by it. We have learned from experience that it's probably wiser not to suffer and deal with pain as it comes, because if you look at it and consider it seriously, you can't control life. Just as you can't control the seasons, you can't control the sunrises, the sunsets, the rain, the rainbow. You can't control life. So pain and pleasure are both inevitable in life. Now, nobody's got a problem with pleasure. Who will? But when pain arrives, we have a huge problem. Let's take a simple example. A headache is a source of pain. But you know what causes this suffering in us? This suffering arrives when we question why the headache is there in the first place. So, while pain is inevitable, the Buddha has taught us suffering is optional. So we suffer only when we have an expectation that the pain should not be there in the first place. Suffering is also inevitable when you go through pain for the first time in your life. But surely we can learn not to suffer when pain strikes in some other form another time. Intelligent living is to learn, appreciate, and accept that suffering is avoidable if we accept pain. And only those who have experienced freedom from suffering will have this ability to stop fighting life and to move on. The great Indian guru Ramana Maharishi eventually died of cancer in 1950. It was a very painful end. While his body was writhing in pain, the doctors found that he looked extremely calm and peaceful, and his eyes radiated enormous amount of inner peace and joy. So they asked him, "Are you not in great pain, sir?" And Ramana would reply, "Yes, there is great pain, but it is not happening to me. I am aware that there is great pain happening to my body. I know that there is great pain happening. I am seeing it, but it is not happening to me." I think that is the secret. That is the secret to a life where you have to deal with pain, you have to engage with pain, and yet you don't suffer. Pain is the most uncontrollable aspect of our life, and yet only pain can teach you how to get out of suffering. Understanding this means you've understood life. So examine your life. Refuse to remain stuck with pain. Use whatever is causing your pain as a means to channel your energies to understand life. Through such channelization, you can free yourself from all suffering.